All right, and welcome to another episode of the Jumping the Rail podcast here on the JTR Podcast Network. This is Mark Redman coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois. Joined as always by my buddy Minderz. And you see this? My cup of noodles. Guess who stuck her tail in it right about an hour ago?
I'm gonna guess our producer.
Mm-hmm. He knows just how to get under my skin, Minderz, but
Well, I'm pretty good at it too.
you are.
Although I've been fairly good here lately.
You've never stuck anything in my noodles, though.
I would never stick anything in your noodles.
And I thank you for that. So we got quite a bit to talk about today, Minderz.
Reb,
We had
I got something I got to share with you first.
okay.
Then we'll get into it, I promise.
Okay.
But looky what we got this week.
Very nice.
Isn't that great?
Oh,
We're
I'm so proud.
officially an award-winning podcast.
Yes.
We finally got our certificate. We're happy campers.
Well, that's awesome. Like I said, I am perfectly content to be number 3 behind Corny and Brian last. So.
Oh, me too. AJ, quite literally a
Yes.
cup of noodles. Then she stuck her tail in it.
I see what he did there.
Yeah.
Not for nothing, Brian last used the word nincompoop on the latest drive-through, which is...
I didn't get a chance to listen to it yet.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
No, that's fine. I'm completely interested because I just finished watching Dynamite from last week, so I'm sure it's gonna. Fun fact: if you go to Max to watch AEW, they're a week behind. If you couldn't tell from the messages I sent you today. I'm like, I started watching it. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't right. This happened last week. And then I made it through the MJF promo and I was done. Actually, I take that back. No, I made it through Christian Cage. So.
Okay. I did not watch, but I heard all about what happened. Not sure that I agree with just debuting Megan Bain just in a gauntlet match. But...
Oh, we'll discuss it later. Where were you going to start? I'm so sorry I cut you off earlier.
Well, first,
to shore bomb me.
I'm kind of excited, Minderz, because we're going to check your brain, but I've been tweaking a little bit with the intro because, as you know, I'm trying to switch everything to where I don't have to worry about being sued for copyright infringement for some of the music choices I've been using.
Yeah, I've been seeing the messages where we've hey, you're getting dinged. What the hell?
Yeah, and some of those I don't know where it's getting dinged from because...
Yeah, I don't either.
But anyway, so I'm trying to be proactive here. So I've tweaked the open to our Name That Wrestler segment.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. All right. What do you think?
It was all right. Sean, give us a minute.
If you have epilepsy, then I don't recommend you paying too much close attention to it. But all right. Sean's ready to go, isn't he?
Yeah, he's ready.
We'll get to it. Trust me.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
And Genesis. We will get into Genesis.
I literally just finished watching Genesis.
You just... Okay, take this down.
Okay. You know why? Because I was going to watch it yesterday after I got off work.
Uh-huh.
The fucking train stopped for an hour, so I didn't get home till almost 4 o'clock. I was not happy.
You couldn't get around it? You're in Champaign.
The last time I did that, I got T-boned by a drunk guy named Diego.
Gotcha. I understand. Totally
get it. I don't know his last name, nor do I care. But apparently apparently he's facing justice now, so thumbs up. Fuck Diego. Anyway, that should be a T-shirt.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck Diego.
Oh, fuck Diego. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
problem is we'd end up meeting a wrestler named Diego, and then we'd be like, "No, wait, we don't want to do that."
No, then on the back says "Wrong Diego."
Wrong Diego. Hey, you know what? Since Sean's in here, happy birthday, Sean. His birthday was this week. So.
Yes, happy birthday.
All right, but can we get? I want to get my brain tested.
All right, we're gonna test your brain here. You know how this works, Minderz. I show you a picture, you guess who it is. That's pretty much all you need to know. But here we go.
Okay, is this? You didn't tell me. Color is since this is black and white.
As you can see, this is a black and white photo.
Obviously.
Retired wrestler, not active.
Not active, retired. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That smile.
Don't look in the comments.
Okay. Hint, please.
I feel like all my hints are going to be real obvious. His mother loves Jack Vaughn.
That's Mick Foley.
I was going to say he still has the same smile, but with considerably fewer teeth.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I thought I was almost there. I was like, let me get a hit just in case. Sorry, of course, got it before I did.
Of course. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh shit, I hope she's not looking in the comments, because you're in charge of the comments now.
I know, and I didn't. I do my best not to look at the comments when we're doing that.
Right.
Then I go back and read what it was.
Yes. Well, it is appreciated. Let's move on, Minderz. We got to talk hoots and Judies, and I know you were having hoot issues.
I was having hoot issues. Well, I mean, there was the obvious hoot, but I didn't want to take the obvious hoot because I felt like you were going to take the obvious hoot.
Did I take the obvious hoot?
I think so.
Okay. I had 3 hoots in mind. I had to choose one. I was going to go with Samoa Joe for the comeback Dynamite. I was going to go Cole Radrick from the GCW show, and also Effie.
I knew you had a few.
Yeah, but do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Alrighty.
My good hoot of the week. I actually thoroughly enjoyed listening to Raw last night, so I'm going to give my good hoot of the week to Wade Barrett for, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I didn't realize how sick and tired I was of Pat McAfee, and he's only been back, 3 weeks?
Yeah, since Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I could see why AJ would say that. My good hoot is MJF for the line, Jeff Jarrett is who you see right before a wrestling company dies. Legit.
Not entirely. That's
not entirely.
I mean, TNA's still around.
Yeah, but they were pretty damn close. They're pretty damn close.
Neither here nor there. Well, Minderz, I am going to go to TNA for my hoot. As I said, I think it's the obvious hoot.
Ooh. Wait. Hold on. Let me switch. I'll do it so that way it comes out right.
All right.
Maybe.
Maybe. My good. So you could cut me off there, Elam. My good hoot is the brand spanking new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Joe Hendry. That guy.
Hold on, I gotta go find it. I lost it. Where's it at? Do you have it closer? Yeah, I can't find it. Where's it at?
It's down here. For some reason, it's not playing. But that's all right.
That's okay.
But no, Joe
found it.
Oh,
maybe.
Well, anyway,
it's not playing. What the hell?
Really good match with him and Nick Nemeth on Genesis.
It was.
An appearance by Bradshaw, which he almost earned hoothood also for between Genesis and his performance on Monday on commentary.
Yep.
I mean, I feel bad he didn't get to keep that $2 that Kofi stuck in his pocket.
I must have missed that. I think I fell asleep and I didn't wake up till 7:30, so I missed the first half of Raw.
Why it didn't work.
Why?
I had the volume down.
Okay.
Simple solutions to simple problems,
Yeah,
as they say.
sometimes.
But no, very well deserved. Some say overdue for Joe to be the world champion. And then the next day on Busted Open, he called out he wants a match with John Cena.
Hey, let's go.
And it's with this new partnership. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. So we'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, so Joe Hendry I thought was kind of a no brainer.
I mean, that was my. When I messaged you this morning, I was like, "So you're going with Joe, right?" And you're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay."
I almost pulled a swerve on you because I
Then
could
I
have
would have
said
been,
that because no matter which Joe it was, I was gonna have a Joe, Hendry or Samoa.
but I would have been really mad if you wouldn't have went with Joe Hendry and I missed out on it.
Hmm. But
There you go.
we gotta give Joe love. That was a deceptively good match last night.
It
Nia and
was.
Bailey.
I did see that.
Uh, all right, well let's get to our Judy. Speaking of, since AJ already laid out his, uh, Minderz, would you like to begin?
Yep. If I can, I went with the other. Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Which one did I end up going with? You know what? I'm going to give it to Jordan Grace because, man, as much as we know she didn't want to do the job, she did the job.
Hey, I'm gonna put that was the best match on that pay-per-view.
The audience during that match. Oh, we'll get into that later.
Yeah,
But
no, really
Jordan
good
on
performance
that,
there.
she, I hate to see her leave that way, but
Right, that's the tradition. You go out on your back, put
I
the,
know
put the talent over. So she did business the honorable way.
she did.
Sounds
She
like
did.
she's going to be WWE bound after that.
Yeah.
It sounds like maybe your husband might be not too far behind her
Well, here's the thing. Aren't they in Atlanta, Georgia tonight?
on NXT.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Pretty sure they are.
Sean,
Sean.
this is your moment, man. Step up.
Wait, he might not be in here.
Oh,
He might have left. He'll be back.
well,
Um,
while we're
because I think I was looking on Jordan's let's see if I saw that on hers or if it was it was something else. It must have been on something else. But yep, there he is.
I don't know. I don't know if Sean's wise to the controversy. That
Well, we'll
test.
get into it because
We'll get into it when we get
you
to
watch
Genesis.
that. The crowd filled you in real quick.
Yeah. They didn't. Tessa was getting the old Hogan treatment on Genesis
to
on
say
Sunday.
the very least. The very
Although the
least.
TNA fans were a little more blunt with their critique.
Nah, he thinks they're at the PC tonight.
Okay. Well, actually, I think you're right because Bully's in Orlando to do Busted Open After Dark from the PC. So.
Why was I thinking they were in Atlanta tonight? I know AEW is in 2 weeks. I don't know.
I can't keep track.
I can't either.
Let's move on because my Judy is also coming from the TNA pay-per-view Minderz, and that's our Knockouts champion Masha Slamovich. Because she also showed up in NXT on Tuesday.
She did
in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like we're going to be getting Masha and Cora Jade going in the near future.
That's what it sounds like. We'll talk about that Masha Slamovich match.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I know that's not really your cup of tea, Minderz.
No,
the old Clockwork
it was.
Orange. That's a fun match.
Nope. No, it was not.
Raw is in Atlanta next week, according to Scott. So that's what it was.
Oh. I knew one of them was, but see, that's the thing that gets me because I don't remember if it was on Jordan's Facebook or if it was on Gresham's Facebook that they said Atlanta bound. So that's the reason.
Well, I think they live there.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we got two Sean's commenting on where Raw is.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. Look at the comments. Oh, it's Scott. I'm sorry.
Scott.
I got my contacts in. I can't read.
Obviously.
Let's move on.
All right, let's move. Yeah,
All right.
I want to know who the stooge of the week is.
Oh, I was not happy this week, Minderz.
I can't imagine why.
Well, you're not going to expect my stooge. It's kind of out of the box.
Okay.
But as you know, I'm a fan of Jeopardy,
Yes.
both regular and celebrity.
Yes.
And Celebrity Jeopardy has been going on like the last couple weeks for this season, and one of the contestants was Jackie Tan, the actress from Glow on Netflix.
Okay.
And she's my stooge because the useless banter segment between like after the commercial in the first round when they talk about their personal lives or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So Ken Jennings, who I'm a big fan of, he asked her about doing Glow, and Jackie goes out of her way to, for lack of a better term, expose the business to a bunch of lay people in the audience on television that have no business knowing the inner workings of professional wrestling.
Gotcha.
I don't know Stacey heard because she was asleep when I was watching, but I was at one point yelling at the TV to tell her to shut the hell up because she was going on about how, we're actors, but we're real wrestlers now because they teach you, like, when you fall down, you have to protect yourself. Like, shut up.
I could hear Stacey in the
background. Oh, yeah, not happy. And don't get me started on Jeopardy because all the cowards that bet $0 on Final Jeopardy piss me off to no end.
All right, so we had Bari pick Kofi for his stooge of the week for damn near killing Ray Jr.
Well, I mean, when you're wearing shimmery and like leathery attire, it's hard to get a good grip on somebody. So.
And then AJ said his stooge of the week is the WWE production truck cutting to commercial during Pete Dunne's promo and then airing him standing there for an awkwardly long time waiting on Penta's music to hit.
I think there's still a lot of, we'll say, would growing pains be the right term for the production from the Netflix end?
Yeah, I think so, just for the simple fact. I will give them I'll give them a little bit longer before I start really.
I'm not complaining about the shortage of commercials.
Oh no, not at all.
And the fact that the show's been pretty much a solid 2.5 hours every week so far.
It was a little over last night, but yeah, it was.
But it wasn't 3 hours though.
This is why Jordan canceled an appearance on Sunday at an event. Wasn't
I think
Sunday
she and Gresham were supposed to. No, this coming Sunday.
Oh. They canceled a meet and greet in New Jersey.
Yeah, she and Gresham were both booked for that.
Hey, at least they gave him a heads up. All right, True. Let's move on.
All right. Let me clear up my stooge off the window here because I need room because eventually I'm going to have like 8 more tiles to put up here at some point.
But, do I need to delete some of those out that I put in there?
No, you're fine. I think we'll be good. So let me clear this off there. Minderz, we do have a guest going to be joining us in about 10 minutes or so, I believe.
We do?
We do. Did I not tell you?
Well, it just says Genesis reaction, so I wasn't sure. Yeah, you told me, but I was trying to act surprised, damn it.
Well, anyway, we got an old buddy joining us here in about 10 minutes to talk about GCW at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Our buddy Sam Stackhouse is coming back on with us.
Sam?
I said Sam.
You said Stam.
I did not say Stam.
Yes, you did.
I did not. You're trying to make me look like a fool. A fool, Minderz. I won't have it.
Sam. Oh, boy. What's our deal with Sams here lately? We had a Sam on last week. No, that was on the other show. That was on the other show. Never mind.
If I would have played my cards, I probably could have got Sam on tomorrow on the Shootout. But instead, we'll do it here. He's an old favorite on JTR, so it makes sense to have him.
So are we talking GCW today too with what happened this past weekend?
Yeah, we'll talk about that because it was a big show. So we'll get into it. We might get into it a little bit tomorrow also, just for our indie viewers that are curious. But it was that show went about AEW long on their pay-per-views, but they actually had a good reason though.
I was gonna say they actually had a reason why theirs went so long.
Yeah.
It wasn't intentionally
No,
that they had 14 matches. It was
no,
it
it
was
was it was a thing. But yeah, we want to send
Royal
a good
Rumble's 2 weeks away, 2 weekends away. Sorry.
February 1st.
Yep, February 1st. Not this weekend, next week.
So next week we'll do picks.
Okay.
All right.
You realize how hard that's going to be?
Well, can't be that hard. There's only 9 people announced for it so far.
There's 30 people that are going into it. So, all right. All right, let's go.
Anyway,
sorry.
You keep interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. We want to send good wishes to Alley Catch first and foremost. You saw the pictures, Minderz. I saw as it happened. That was bad.
Oh God.
Broken leg in 2 places. She did it not unlike our buddy Dalton Davis, Minderz, dive to the floor, and then she just landed wrong. And when I looked, I'll just say her foot was on backwards.
Ugh.
It was bad. And then it felt so bad because she was freaking out, and there was obviously the match got stopped. This was about 2 minutes into the match too.
Well, as I said, you messaged me and you're like, okay, and I was like, you said, kind of like Dalton. I said, oh, shit. So she's out
worse
for
than
probably.
Dalton, though. She'll be out for a while.
She'll be out for a bit.
Yeah. Sounds like she had surgery yesterday, I believe it was.
I think so. I think that's what
That's what Steph DeLander was saying.
I was gonna say, I think it's what Steph was saying.
Yeah. And I know they have started a GoFundMe to help her out with her medical expenses.
That's the thing that bothers me about all these indie wrestlers, when all they do is indie wrestling and they have no insurance, and it's just, I don't know how they do it. Yeah. I don't know how they do it.
That's why so many of them have a day job,
right?
Their shoot job and all that stuff. But that's like I was saying when we were talking about this yesterday. Like Allie I don't know if she has a shoot job, but having a broken leg is going to make it really hard to do your shoot job too.
Yeah, it is.
So that's hopefully it's all going to be kosher, and I don't have the link to the GoFundMe. Go to Steph DeLander's social media. She's got it on there. I think we might have shared it on our JTR Facebook page earlier.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Okay, so go check that out if you feel like giving. I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Allie's so cool. We met her at the expo last year.
You guys did. I don't remember. I think I was busy with
Stacy.
It was. I think I was busy with Lord and Jake Ullman.
Yes.
So.
Future guest Jake Ullman.
Yes.
But
go ahead. Sorry.
But no, yeah, we got to meet Effie and Allie at the expo last year, and they couldn't have been nicer. They were so cool. So yeah, it just sucks to see that happen to somebody, especially when she's having the run of her career right now in GCW. Just turned heel, and she was in the #1 contenders match for the heavyweight championship when she got hurt. So yeah, it just sucks. What are you looking at? Do we have expo news?
We do. I was looking to see how far back I need to go. Oh, no. Okay, that's where we were at. Because I announced JR last week. Because remember, we were both giddy.
I see we got some good names announced over the weekend.
Well, I know your wife was excited about one of them.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Danhausen will be joining the Squared Circle Expo. Rob Conway.
The Iron Man.
Yes. Yeah. So he shall be joining. Oh, crap. Li Ying Li.
Okay. Xia Li, for those that remember her from NXT. She's in TNA now.
The one I'm kind of really excited about is Congo Kong.
Yes. I like that Congo Kong.
I'm excited for that one. And Candice Michelle.
Okay. Blast from the past there.
Yep. And so far, that's everything we've had new.
And it sounds like Saturday passes are going fast.
They said even just for Saturday passes, they're almost at only 40% left. So if you want to go squared circle, now
It's going to be one
just
day.
remember that that's just Saturday. They did say there was plenty of Friday left.
Okay.
Friday is when JR is supposed to be there, and he will only be there Friday.
Yes. So as soon as I get in there, I'm hopping in the JR line pretty much.
Yeah.
Because we got to get him a certificate too.
We do.
By my count, we have 8 certificates so far to take with us to the expo.
All right, 8 of them.
Yes.
And we'll see how long of a line it is to get into all of those.
Well, some of them are going to be there 2 days, so that'll.
Yeah,
that'll
if
help.
it's a long line, I want quantity sometimes instead of quality.
Mm-hmm. Because I do have belts I need signed also. So
I know you do, but I don't. So
remind me, we'll have to hit up Alex, see if she can kind of take one on a walk at some point. And
that girl, I tell you what,
she's a grinder. She hustles.
She is. She hustles. We like her. But yeah, because they're in with our group this year. So
yeah,
all of us together. So hopefully. Now, the only thing I'm concerned about, they haven't mentioned anything about a Friday night show yet.
No, I'm curious how that's going to be because last year was Black Label Pro.
Yep. Sean, we know, and that will be discussed tomorrow.
Yep. And also, we will be there.
Yes.
So hey, if you want to meet us, we'll be at the Hammer and Strength Fitness in Clinton, Illinois for Pro Wrestling Glory. Not that we're a big deal or anything.
We're just a podcast.
It's true. Oh my goodness. So we're just killing a couple minutes until hopefully our guest is going to arrive. But let's get a little bit further into the GCW. Like we said, Effie is the new world champion.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch GCW. I got a chance to watch TNA, but I didn't get a chance to watch GCW.
Do you subscribe to Triller TV Plus?
I do not.
It's like $4 a month.
Do you know how many things I'm already subscribed to?
Hey, I'm with you.
Hey, my IWTV works, so.
Yeah, mine doesn't, so poop on them.
I got busy watching Anarchy last, Saturday night? Yeah.
I was trying to catch up on my PWE from December, but IWTV was being a bitch, so I couldn't do it.
Oh, yeah, you didn't. I forgot. You didn't see. Oh, yeah, you missed good ones. I got yelled at a lot at that one.
Trust?
No, Trust wasn't. No, the day I got yelled at was, it was Saturday. He wasn't there Saturday. It was Los Bastardos or whatever. And they yelled at me because I tried to help them out by telling them their flag was upside down.
Well, maybe they were in distress.
And no, they were coming out. It wasn't. It was, and I was like, dude, your flag's upside down. He's like, I didn't ask you. Dude, I'm just trying to help you.
Did they tell you to know your place?
Pretty much. I
miss the bruisers.
I'm sure you do.
Oh my goodness.
And then tomorrow we'll be covering 0-1 because I went 0-1 last weekend. Riveting television.
Sounds like. Sorry, got a message from our guests making sure that we were still good to go. So it should be momentarily.
Woohoo! Anyway, Hammerstein or GCW. I did see where the garbage daddies.
Garbage. GAHBAGE. Garbage daddies. Cole Radrick and Alec Price. Yeah, that was a payoff to a really well-told story the last several months with them and Violence is Forever for the tag titles.
Nice.
And a good match. I know you like that Cole Radrick.
I do like. I got ratty issues. I have a shirt that says I have ratty issues.
Very nice. So let's see. Joey Janela versus Masato Tanaka on that show.
How'd that go?
About as you would expect.
Okay.
A lot of chair shots, a lot of fuckery.
Tanaka's never going to learn, is he?
Mm-mm.
Okay, just checking.
Minderz, there was an exciting six-man tag, the Los Desperados, which is Gringo Loco, Ares, and Jack Cartwheel. It took on Super Crazy, Tajiri, and Little Guido with his feet in a six-man
With
tag.
his feet. So it was 4 people against 3.
It was 3 people against 3, one of whom wearing skis.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there's still big old gunboats on Guido.
I'm sure. I remember you messaging me, and I sent you a message back, and I said, "And his feet?" Yes, and his feet. I like that Gringo Loco. We need to try to get him on again.
Yeah, I'm working on that. But yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yes.
He was no, you know him more from Dreamwave than from
I do.
GCW.
I do. I more from when he was fighting. Saw him in a 4-man match against Vikingo. I think it was Beast Mortez. I think the one
Frank,
that
Frank the lawyer.
Sure.
Beast Mortos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you listen to Corny. He's apparently his name's Frank, and he's a lawyer.
Oh, okay. I wondered who he was talking about when he said that.
Mm-hmm. Vikingo was on the Hammerstein show. Wrestled Sidney Akeem.
I think I saw part of that.
Yeah, the former Reginald from
Yep.
SmackDown.
Yep.
Fun match. If you're expecting flippy shit, that's what you're getting.
Well, yeah, I mean, anything you watch with Vikingo, you get flippy shit.
True. What am I missing here?
Because obviously Effie won against Allie to begin with, so
yeah, it was referee stoppage, but yeah, it was,
and the whole reason that it went AEW length is because they had to wait for a second ambulance.
Yeah, the New York Athletic Commission was flexing their muscles on Sunday because apparently there's well, as they should. I mean, they're looking out for the safety of the competitors, which is what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was basically Allie got taken off in an ambulance, and the show could not continue until another ambulance showed up. So there was a delay. Homicide was not happy because the next match got into the ring. It was the next match after that was Homicide, Amazing Red, and Grim Reaper against Kerry Morton, Tony Deppen, and Griffin McCoy. And they were basically had to promo for the entire delay just to keep the fans into it. And I want to give a little tip of the hat to Emil J, also the ring announcer, because he did a really good job of keeping everybody informed of what was going on. Because that could have easily devolved
very quickly.
People, so I think they handled it really, really good. And yeah, like I said, it's that's one of the things I want to ask Sam about dealing with the commission, because I'm actually curious how that works.
Sounds like good questions to me.
Yeah.
Oh, Bari wants to know. Oh, first of all, Sean wants to know, is Amazing Red's Lena Vega's cousin?
Yes, he is.
And then Bari wants to know, are we going to talk about this PCO business?
Oh, PCO. On the pre-show, there was a like a kickoff rumble, I think they called it. A bunch of people in there. Sam was in the match. That's why he was in Hammerstein. But wound up, PCO got the win, and PCO had brought his TNA Digital Media Championship with him. And after the match,
how did that belt get started? I'm just curious.
I can't tell you. It started during Impact, but it's I
didn't know if it was Cardona.
He may have had a hand in it because he was the Digital Media Champion at one point. But no, PCO basically just laid the belt across a chair and just murdered it with a sledgehammer. And literally, the feed cut. They cut the feed during the assault because I guess they didn't want to get sued by TNA.
Oh.
But apparently PCO's done with the company. His contract had been up, but this was, I guess, his middle finger to TNA. So because he cut a promo saying he drew their biggest house and all this stuff. And
I did catch part of that, yeah.
So he may not be too happy with TNA. Maybe that's a layover of D'Amore not being there. Because I know D'Amore's his buddy.
Could very well be then.
So I don't know. All right. Well, let's see. Minderz, let's say we pay some bills briefly while we're waiting on our guest.
Okay.
And, so hang back a second. Here we go. All right, and we are back.
Sean actually had a good comment there. He said, "Did you hear the rumor about Britt Baker and AEW about them not wanting her back?"
I did see that, and she should be so lucky.
Right? Maybe she won't get any honor. She's already got plenty honor, but
not for nothing. She was the best thing on that show for a good while in the early days.
I mean, I know they're saying that she caused.
Worst thing they ever did was turn her babyface.
Yeah, they should have kept her heel.
Mm-hmm. If she is done with AEW, I don't see her having any issue getting another job somewhere, unless she decides she just wants to be a dentist. You never know.
You're right. I mean, they probably make just as good as money.
Mm-hmm. But I know TNA.
It'd be kind of funny if she did go to WWE. Would be real funny.
Again, put her in a women's division that actually has some legs to it, and she would do very well for herself. Same thing with TNA if she went there.
Either one of them right now.
Mm-hmm.
They would thrive. I think she would thrive.
Yeah. Imagine if she showed up at NXT. They already got Stephanie and Julia and Zari all showed up. And probably Jordan now.
Oh, I'm sure Jordan's going to be there.
Unless she goes right to the main roster.
I don't think they're going to do that. Although I still am interested to see who number 23 is going to be that they keep teasing on TNA. But I don't know.
All right.
We shall see how that works out.
Yes.
But yeah, like you said, I don't think if Britt doesn't go back, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Their women roster kind of bleh.
They don't know what they got.
No, they don't.
I mean,
they don't know how to book. They don't know how to book what they've got. Is what the problem is.
I'm worried that Tony's going to ruin Megan Bain now that.
I'm sure. There. I'm sure they're going to ruin Megan Bain. But
yeah,
I mean, you can't say too much.
No.
Is our Sam Stackhouse here?
Sam Stackhouse is here. Sam, how are you, sir?
What's up? My bad. I was in the wrong place, I guess.
Oh, it's all. I probably sent you the wrong link.
Yeah, I was sitting in the. No. Let me change this so I can hear. There we go. That's better.
So you were a busy guy this weekend.
Oh yeah. It was a long trip.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Reb.
Was it Minderz? You got questions?
No, we've already asked him those questions. He's already been asked how he got in the business and who was his people that he looked forward to. I already asked these.
I think this is more. We were wanting to get like an on-site report from Hammerstein. You were there. You were in the Rumble on the kickoff. I guess first question: did you see PCO murder his championship belt in the ring?
I didn't. I was going to the back, and I heard people talking about it. When I got to the back, I didn't know what was going on until I looked later. I was like, "Holy smokes!" Yeah, that happened right after I got eliminated because I was in the last four. But
yeah,
that was crazy. And so, it was a shoot too, so it's crazy.
It's total shoot, which is crazy to think about.
That's crazy.
Talk about the crowd. How was the energy in there when you got out there?
It's awesome because it's a whole different thing there because you're used to like when it's more close up and not as open, like it just sounds different. And when they're in that building, it just because that's the second time I got to be there, so it sounds different in there. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah. It's a different. I haven't got to wrestle in big buildings like that very much, so the sound is definitely trippy when you first get out there because it's like loud when you're on there, but then like it sounds like it's coming back. Like you hear everything twice. It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good vibe. The vibes were cool. Everybody seemed like they were having a good time, and like for them to break, the weather was awful. So for it to still be packed like that, that means people really wanted to be there.
Yeah. Was there a big difference this time than when you were there in 22?
Just the weather. The weather was not as bad this last time. Last time it was cold, but it wasn't snowing and everything. Right. This time it was pretty brutal. But I mean, it was packed last time, and everybody was excited last time too. Yeah, it was a cool thing. It was cool to be a part of.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Reb. I'm letting you lead this one. I didn't get a chance to watch it, and I told you, and I feel bad because now I wish I would have, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. I had too many other things going on.
Well, your buddy Fuego was in the pre-show. He was in that 6-man scramble match. Trying to see.
Oh, yeah, scramble was crazy. He hit that. That's the first time he hit a 630 in that match. That's the first time he's ever done it in the show. So
I remember him saying that on commentary.
He went over to London last year and was over there with Joe Lonzo or that all the flippy dudes, and they were over there and he was working on it then, but this was the first time he actually busted out in front of a live crowd, so it was pretty cool. And he shined in that match. That moonsault DDT hit on Blake was nasty.
Oh, that's so nice.
It was good. That when they did that like the Tower of Doom spot with the double suplex and the power bomb, and then Minderz dropped down and Fuego hit the coast to coast. That was cool. Yeah, it was good. It was a really good match. Then that Canadian Destroyer off the dude's shoulders, that was wild.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a crazy match. It was crazy.
I'm gonna have to invest in this. I want to see this now. The only thing that I saw was
that was on YouTube. It was the pre-show was on. You can watch on YouTube for free.
Okay. Yes. See, the only thing I saw was highlights from where Allie Catch.
Yeah.
I had her broke her leg. So
man, that was ugly.
Brutal. Yeah.
Oof.
But yeah, well, and the garbage daddies. I'm a big fan of Ratty. So
that's what I play Rocket League with him all the time.
That doesn't surprise me none.
I think that game would be his jam.
Yeah. Now, Reb, you were going to ask about the commission.
Okay, I'm curious about this because obviously New York, they have the State Athletic Commission, and they kind of had their hands full with Allie when she got hurt.
Yeah.
So there was the delay because they had to get the ambulance. I'm just curious about how it works with the commissions because in Illinois we don't hear a lot about that in the units we follow.
In New York, I don't really know because in New York, only the promoter has to deal with it. Like in a lot of other states, like the promoter, like in Oklahoma where I'm at, the promoter has to have a separate license, and me as a wrestler has to have a separate license. So I have to deal with the commission. But and like then the promoter has to do their side to set up the shows and make sure the commission's there and all that stuff. But in New York, it's just the promoter has to deal with it. We don't like I as a wrestler don't have to get a wrestling license in New York. Okay. So I'm not sure, but so I'm assuming there's all kinds of rules because it doesn't seem great because nobody seems to like them. And yeah, that was super weird that they stopped the show because they had to. It was so weird. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they had to have an ambulance on site, and then after Allie got taken out, they had to wait
for another one to come up. Yeah, that's so crazy.
Our buddy Barry Sinclair. He saw you do a full rotation moonsault here recently. Holy shit!
Appreciate it.
We tried to tell him. We've tried to tell him.
But I was curious because I know I've heard stories like back in like the 80s, like the commission would give everybody a blood test or they check blood pressure or do all that kind of stuff.
In some states, because last time I did the Hammerstein, all I did was a run in and they were checking everybody's blood. Like we had all lined up, they did blood pressure. This time they didn't do that. But and then like in some like in Oklahoma, I have to get a physical and blood work done every year, and then pay my little $35 and I get my wrestling license. And then in most states that's all it is. Like I've got to get like right now I think I've got my Oklahoma, Missouri, Alabama, and Kentucky. I got all those licenses right now. I got to get my Louisiana this week because I got to get blood work tomorrow. I need to set a reminder because if I don't, I won't be wrestling on because I got supposed to wrestle in Houston on Thursday and then Alabama Friday and then Louisiana on Saturday. And that'll be my first time wrestling in Louisiana, so I'm pretty excited for that. But
assuming the weather cooperates, correct?
Yeah, I know. I just saw that there's like snowing at the beaches and stuff down there right now. It's crazy as hell.
Snowing in Florida.
Oh, we drove through we got hit with the weather while we were there, and then on the way back it started. I had the first shift. I drove from like 2 a.m. to like 7 a.m. and it was snowing pretty bad.
Oh, so you guys drove? Okay.
Oh, well, yeah. That was me and my wife. We left our house on like Thursday, and then it was just me and her. We drove there, and then I stayed at some friend's house in Philly, and then we took the train over to New York, and then Fuego was wrestling. He had 2 shows. He wrestled like Mississippi on Friday and Texas on Sunday or Saturday, I think, and then he flew to New York on Sunday morning, and then he rode back with us. So.
Gotcha.
Jeez.
Yes, I drove the whole. It was night. We had to go drop my daughter off, so that added like 3 hours each way to the trip. So I had an extra 6 hours of driving. So it was like it was a 20-something hour trip on the way there, and I drove that all by myself to get down there. And then when we and Fuego are together, we knock it out because it was a 20-hour total trip. It took us 21 and a half to get home. So nice. The car didn't stop much because we do it. We just if it's a 20-hour drive, I drive 5, he drives 5, I drive 5, he drives 5, and then we're home. So yeah, it works out.
Reb, he mentioned he has his Missouri license. I think we need to call one Lenny Mephisto.
I think you're right.
We've got a promoter up here that we've been following here pretty close for our independence and
Pro Wrestling Epic in the St. Louis area.
Epic out of the St. Louis area, but
put him in there with Camaro.
I was thinking Baracus or Munch.
KLD perhaps. There's
KLD?
Options.
There are options. They got big boys.
I'm looking on a graphic now to post my open dates. So
there you
go.
There you go.
We'll make sure we're going to forward that over to Mephisto.
Yeah, I do Jason Jones, the mid states. I do those in Missouri and Springfield a lot.
We like I said, we've been following PWE. We started another podcast that's just independents now. Just the independents around here, and that's it. And I think we're up to how many, Reb? Like 8 or 9 that we're trying to follow.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
Mostly between Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and then like Wisconsin and Ohio, like here and there.
Yeah, 5 states, no big deal.
Nothing to it.
5 states, one of which has like 7 promotions in one town.
Oh yeah, yeah. St. Louis is loaded up.
St. Louis is loaded.
I didn't know. I rarely hear anything about like places from up there. Is it just like that? Like, is it just they have just like a group of guys they use or whatever up there or something? Because I don't know what it is. I've never my whole career I've never heard much about St. Louis wrestling. It's weird.
Wow.
Because like I knew of what was it? I don't even think it runs anymore. But that's the only one I knew that was up there for a while. Can't even remember what it's called now.
They got Glory.
Because I know like Gary J is like the only St. Louis guy that I know. That's the only guy I know from that's like a St. Louis guy.
Well, Warhorse. I'm sure you know Warhorse.
Oh, I know he was from St. Louis though. So.
Yeah, he's from St. Louis.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. But even the whole time I've been in wrestling, I've just never. I don't know. It's like a foreign area to me for some reason. Yeah. And like that and Kansas City, for some reason, they're just like foreign areas to me for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I know WLW's Harley's promotion.
Yeah. I knew that one because Brian Breaker trained there, and he's from here, so I knew a bunch about the MLW. But yeah, that's like it's weird because like only thing in Missouri I've ever done is I did like I said I worked for Jason Jones, and there was like a tri-state one that I went to. Me and Fuego were booked on it, but like I broke my ribs the week before, so I couldn't wrestle, but I still went to the show. But those are the only things I've ever done in Missouri. I want to wrestle in Kansas City because I used to work in Kansas City.
Okay.
I want to wrestle up there, but I still haven't been able to. And I only St. Louis area I did the GCW St. Louis
Yes.
show. I wrestled Zilla.
I saw that show, yeah.
That's the only time I've ever
I think
wrestled there.
you did a tag with Fuego on one of the shows there too, didn't you?
No, I only did the one St. Louis show.
Okay. Maybe I'll think of a different show.
Yeah.
But
because me and Fuego tagged on in Phoenix.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. It was me against me and Fuego against Chris Bay and man like Derice.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Chris
Bay, man.
Well, I saw like RVD made a good update or whatever today. I saw
it today. Apparently, he's got range of motion a little bit now.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, that's very good. We're big Chris Bay fans over here.
Oh yeah, me too. Oh yeah, I love this. It was awesome sharing the ring with him, and he's one of my number one merch customers too. So because I've made stickers and stuff for him, a bunch of them. So
very nice.
We're a big Chris Bay household around here.
Yeah. I'm elephant in the room. I'm just gonna say it. I'm digging the ambiance with the lighting. It's a
little red. I was picking the color because I was torn between the blue and the red, but I like the red.
There you go. It almost has a pinkish hue on my end, but
it looks red to me. You're crazy.
I got it from
I got my contacts in. I don't see so good.
So, did you get a chance to watch Genesis this weekend? By any chance?
I started on the way home, but I haven't finished. I didn't get very far.
Okay.
It was my turn to sleep, so I didn't make it very far. It's on my list because I leave right back on the road on Thursday morning, so I'll have something to watch. I'll probably wait till then and watch it when I'm on the road.
There you go.
It was really good. We'll tell you now. It was good.
I've seen clips and I've watched a couple of reviews and stuff, but I haven't actually got to go watch the matches yet.
I was very happy with it, but really wish Ace Austin would have won though.
Well, that's the match. I saw that match. That match was crazy. That choke slam on the apron was crazy.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Very brutal.
Ace Austin is smooth because I didn't even realize how good he was until me and Fuego did that Revolver show a couple months ago, and Fuego had a one-on-one match with him, and I was like, "Holy smokes!" Because I never really, I never realized as a singles. Like I've seen him and Base tag a bunch of their stuff in Impact and TNA, but I hadn't got to see him to have a singles match, and he was pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
We saw him in person 2 years ago.
Yeah,
up at Squared Circle Expo.
At the Expo, yeah.
Damn.
I forget who he was wrestling, but
I don't remember.
But I first saw him during
Crazy Steve.
Right? Maybe I can't remember for sure.
I can't either.
But I first saw Ace when it was like 2021 in TNA when he was feuding with Eddie Edwards, and those two just so smooth when those two were in the ring with each other. And then Ace joins Bullet Club, gets with Bay, and then he just did a complete 180 on his career. But
he's got to have like the biggest quads in the company. I feel like too.
Yeah, so. It's crazy. And apparently he does sleight of hand like he does magic.
Well, yeah, I remember he used to have the thing that popped up out of nowhere. Right. It used to pop me. I was like, holy smokes. He'd do like a cartwheel, and then all of a sudden he have a wand in his hand. It was crazy.
Yeah. It's like Cat Carter. High Voltage would do the thing with the baton.
Yep. You saw her carry part of that out to the ring, though. But that's okay.
I haven't even watched. I need to watch. There's parts of the Hammerstein show I haven't got to go back and watch yet. There's a few matches I want to see.
What were you most looking forward to seeing off of that show?
Let's see. I mean, I was really intrigued to see who Cardona's mystery partner was going to be because I have no idea. Like, I don't have any I don't know what's happening on the GCW shows till I see it happening live. So so especially that one because everybody's so spread out. I didn't even see half the people that were there, or I didn't even get to see half the people that was there. Well, there's like 17,000 different locker rooms in the back of the Hammerstein. So
did you get to meet Guido?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are his feet as big as they look?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Not everybody looks at their feet, Minderz.
I'm sorry. We're fast fascinated by the skis that he
does
has.
have comically huge feet.
Oh, I didn't even know to look, because I was stoked to meet Super Crazy. I've loved Super Crazy since I was a child, so that was pretty cool to be there and see that. But and then obviously I was wanting to see who was going to walk out with the title and what was going to happen. So that was pretty cool. And I knew I wanted to see the garbage daddies. You know, I knew that was going to be good. Let's see what else. I mean, there's just seeing, like I said, seeing Joey's match, that was crazy. Him and Tanaka, that's nuts. Yeah, dude. Because I'm a Tanaka. Those Tanaka and Mike Awesome matches are some of my favorite things I ever saw when I was younger. And that was some of the first wrestling I watched too. So that was my stuff.
We've gone back and we actually do a podcast now, Extreme F and Review. And we're doing watch-alongs with all of the TNN ECW shows.
Nice.
So, like the one we just had, last week?
We just did the title switch, Awesome and Tanaka, at the end of 99.
Yeah, dude.
And we're like, I just want to know how much CTE they have, because those chair shots are ridiculous.
Those, and then how many times like parts of those tables were just like inches away from impaling them on those Awesome bombs.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it couldn't be me. My body couldn't handle that.
Because
I'm good for one of those, and that's the last bump I'm ever taking.
Because I think our next pay-per-view is what, Reb?
Guilty as Charged.
Yeah, Guilty as Charged, 2000. So we're getting there. We're super. I'm excited to get to that one.
We just watched Awesome take Spike's girlfriend's head off on the last episode.
Hey, I'm gonna go back and watch some of that. I'm gonna knock on some matches.
It's on Peacock.
Well, Minderz loves Joel Gertner.
Oh heck
I do
yeah!
not. I hate Joel Gertner. Actually, it's so weird because we just had an episode not too long ago where he was so worried about the brass like getting on him or whatever, so like he quit being Joel Gertner. And I was like, this is not right. I can't watch Joel Gertner like this, because this is not Joel Gertner. It's like, I can't do it. Can't do it.
Ooh. All right. So you mentioned Cardona. Did you see the Cardona and Microman?
I did. Oh, I mean, I was already. Full transparency. We go into the train early, so I didn't get to see the end of the show live. But I was watching it. And it was awesome. It was as soon as he was on the microphone, he said he wanted the biggest person or whatever. I knew what was happening. But I didn't see the Jimmy stuff coming. It made. I mean, I felt real dumb because it made a whole lot of sense when it happened, but I didn't see it coming.
Yeah. Now you've been in the ring with Microman before.
And I haven't got to you. I think he might have been in like it
was one of the rumbles. It wasn't like
I think
a one-on-one.
He was in the cluster thing when I was in there for a minute, but I haven't got to do anything with him yet. I really want to. I'm trying to have one-on-one with Microman. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Rob, we got a question.
Oh, well, Barry's asking, what's in store for 2025 for you?
I mean, more GCW. I just got with the NWA, so let's see where that goes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I've been on the last few. I did it. My first thing was in Tampa, which was also my Florida debut, which was pretty cool. And then I was on the Gotham show, and then they were just in. Within 7 days, I wrestled for the NWA and wrestled the Hammerstein. So it was pretty crazy week. Because last week they were down here, they were in Texas. So okay. And now I'll be back in March in Dothan, Alabama again. So it'll be cool.
Okay.
But yeah, that, and then I got some more with GCW. I got obviously I'll be at the Collective, and then I'll be at the San Diego, LA, and Phoenix shows coming up for sure.
Nice.
So we got big things, and me and Fuego got another big trip this week. Like I said, we're in a 6-man tag on Thursday in Houston at Loco, and then Friday we're in Alabama, and then Saturday we're in Louisiana. So that's another big. And then next month I know I got Colorado. I'm coming back up to Kansas. I'm making my San Antonio debut finally next month. I've never wrestled in San Antonio.
Very nice.
So that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, we got big stuff coming up this year. I'm trying to sign a contract this year. That'd be sick.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So we're just trying to. Me and my wife got a plan. I'm gonna try to be in the best shape of my life before Mania. So I got like 3 months to. I'm gonna put it in high gear. Try to be prepared for it. Try to do as much work as I can during Mania week, get as many eyes as possible. See
So heading to Vegas.
I'm not getting any younger over here.
Heading to Vegas then in
it's
April.
gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. I can't like Mania week, because this will be my third Mania week thing going out there, and they've all been fun because the first one was Texas, and then me and Fuego went to Philly last year, and then but I can't Mania week in Vegas is gonna be a whole nother. That's gonna be a whole nother beast. I don't know if I'm be more beat from wrestling or hanging out. But we'll
right.
See.
Right.
I know. I'd seen pictures before, from Brett, where some of you guys got to actually go to Mania.
Yeah, I think he gets a suite every year usually. I think they usually always have a GCW suite. I still haven't got to go, but maybe this year. Maybe this year will be my year. I've never been to. I've been to Rumble, and then I went to SummerSlam this past year. Those are only two places I've ever been to.
Royal Rumble's in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, it was in San Antonio 2 years ago when the first one Cody won.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Indy this year. They're at Lucas Stadium.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think GCW's running the show there right before that.
Yeah, they're the night before.
Yeah. I was supposed to do I didn't get on that one because I was supposed to do the NWA tapings, but my tag partner can't be there, so now I don't have to do them. So I could have it open, but then I'm going to wrestle for my buddy in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Who are you tagging with in NWA?
Eric Smalls.
Okay.
We're called Size Matters.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Very nice.
Because he's like 4.5 feet tall, and I'm like 6'4" and 500 pounds. So it's pretty cool when we cut. It's pretty cool. And it was Billy Corgan's personal idea, so it's pretty cool.
Very nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun a few times. Got to go to the interview. It's nice. The locker room's super cool. I can definitely get used to the catering stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. They take care of everything. The hotel rooms are nice. It's cool.
Nice.
They've taken good care. Plus, it's the NWA. That is wrestling. Yes. Yeah, it's insane that I'm there now. It's wild.
Yeah, we've had Joe Galley on a couple of times, and he's such a cool guy.
Oh yeah,
and seems to really enjoy the product too. Like when you ask him,
he's a big deal over there. I mean, he helps out with everything. He puts in a lot of work.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was in the office over there. I thought, he was talented. He's I don't know if it's CEO, head of.
Yeah, it's like Billy and then Kyle and then Joe and then Pat. Those are the top guys right there.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I gotta try to track down some of this because I know it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
but
I don't have streams on X is where it's at now all the time but I think there could be a big announcement coming up soon, so we'll see.
All right. Well, I'm definitely curious about that. Well, Sam, I'm glad you guys had a good turnout Sunday. The show was awesome. I enjoyed it top to bottom. And thanks for coming on with us and kind of giving us the layout, filling us in on it.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to get you back on here. I promise.
We'll have you back on.
I really want to get him back after WrestleMania weekend. I want to know how Vegas goes.
I'll have stories. I'm sure. Whatever I'll be able to remember, anyways. I don't know.
There you go.
It's going to be a crazy weekend. That's another. I just need to be in shape by then, just so I'll be able to survive the weekend or the whole week.
Well, Mania weekend is crazy enough, but Vegas on top of it.
Wrestling starting on Wednesday is my first show, so it's going to be Wednesday. Just I'm going to try to knock out as many as I can. So it's going to be.
How many do you have scheduled already? You don't have to tell us. You don't have to tell us which groups, but how many do you have scheduled already?
I mean, I have one outside of GCW, then I have the collective stuff. So I'm looking. I could squeeze in a few more. I'm trying to find a few more.
At what point do you do Bloodsport?
Whenever. I'm cool with that. That'd be cool. I'm down. I'm trying to try new things. I don't mind. I don't mind getting hit. You know. I might have to take him out fast because I don't know. You know, I'm good. I'm more of a sprinter. I'm not a marathon. You know, that seems like a marathon.
By the hours, they say.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get it over with quicker. I'm being there huffing and puffing, and they're just gonna wait for me to tucker myself out.
I was saying, I'm like, this is Baron Corbin's gimmick, or when he was with the lone wolf.
That was crazy too, because I was expecting him to just come in there and wreck old homie, but that's also not really my style. So I mean, I guess Josh Barton. I know obviously he's been a champion and stuff, but
Right.
like I figured Baron Corbin. I know he was like a Golden Gloves boxer and stuff too. But that was a good one too. That was cool.
Yeah.
They're both big dudes. I
They
didn't
are.
realize how big both of them are. Like
Yeah.
Baron Corbin is deceivingly big. Well, yeah, but I mean, like even tall wise, like Baron Corbin is deceivingly tall. Like he's not looked that tall on like as tall as he is on TV. And I saw him on Sunday. I was like, Jesus Christ!
I saw him wrestle live, and we were on the aisle when I went, and holy crap! I was like, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a big dude.
But I'm short, so I do that to everybody. But
This is true.
All right. I appreciate you guys having me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being
get some
back
rest.
on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, get some sleep.
Yeah. I'm only home till tomorrow night, and then I got to get right back at it. So
there you go.
I appreciate you guys.
Right. Thank you.
Thanks, Sam.
Yep.
Sorry, I couldn't help you more. I feel bad.
Oh no,
I feel terrible.
It's fine. No, it's all good. It's it's always good to talk to Sam though. He's so cool.
It is. I like Sam a lot.
Sam's a good egg, as they say.
Maybe that was what I was thinking. NXT's in Atlanta next week.
Yes.
Because I just got to watch NXT. You are not watching NXT, are you?
No.
Okay.
I am not. I will do that tomorrow. Right now, I'm... All right. So,
Genesis?
Let's talk Genesis.
Okay. I missed pre-show. We got to skip the pre-show. I didn't see the
pre-show either, so that's
Sweet.
all good. Like I said, opens up with Moose against Austin, tag X Division Championship.
It was so good.
It was really good. I like the system. They're a very good heel stable.
They are. But don't like them coming out all the time. Punk.
Yeah, like come on, mind your business, Eddie Edwards.
I know. I'm not going to stir trouble with the system because,
you got to trust the system.
Yeah, got to trust the system.
That's what
all
they
right,
say.
wait. Let's answer this question for Sean.
When does Jade Cargill come back? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say she'll be back in time for WrestleMania.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
I say hopefully. If not Mania, I don't know what they've never actually said what the nature of her injuries were. Like there's been a lot of speculations here and there, but so I guess it just depends on what the injury
was thrown out there.
And I think that was debunked. I don't think that was the case. I think that was debunked.
Good. I'm glad that one was debunked.
Yes. So yeah, I guess it just depends on what the injury is. But I would like to see, like, logical booking would be if she's able to come back and build to WrestleMania with whoever took her out.
Right.
Which we still don't know who it is. I know everybody's got their theories. I know you do.
Yeah, I still say Charlotte, although I could see it being Naomi.
I think Naomi single white femaled her to get the tag belts.
I could see that.
So to speak.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to Genesis because I didn't mean to skip over.
No, you're good. Well, we had to address the question. That's not a big deal. So after the Moose match, Moose retained.
Of course.
In a very good match. Then the system was going to whoop on Ace a little more, and then Macklin and Eric Young came out. And they had their scheduled tag match with Edwards and Myers.
God, I like
me some Steve Macklin.
I do too. I like Steve Macklin a lot, and I love Eric Young. I love EY. Yeah. And then Barry says Grace goes straight to Raw, right? And I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, but I kind of want to go to NXT because I want to see that match with Zarya.
Me too.
Lady Haas.
Sean, I think Naomi did it and Bianca helped her. Could be.
What if Bianca did it?
I
Already
kind
said
of,
it can wait.
yeah, it can wait. You know, it could wait. We could get Zarya and Jordan on the main roster.
Good. Depends on how long Zarya's going to be in NXT.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
All right. So, System versus
System versus Young and
EY.
Macklin. Young and Macklin
Yep.
get the win.
That was a really good match, too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good tag team match.
It was. I believe the next match was Ash by Elegance and Heather by Elegance against Spitfire.
That match.
The girls dressed up like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Oh, that was terrible. I was like, oh, come on, Heather. You're better than that. Come on. I know. The money will do it to you. Huh?
Making that paper.
Yep.
I like Spitfire. I really enjoy them as a team.
The more I see Spitfire, the more I like them, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think we had...
Was it Tessa and Jordan next?
Was it Tessa? Did they do 2 women's matches back-to-back?
If anybody's going to do it, TNA's going to. I'm trying to remember what the next match was off the top of my head.
It wasn't Santana and...
No, they followed
Alexander.
Tessa. They followed Tessa and Jordan.
That's right. Well, anyway, let's talk about the Tessa and Jordan match.
All right.
Because that was my match of the night. I love that match.
You know what?
So good.
You say what you want about Tessa Blanchard, whatever she did or did not do, but I'll put her up with Charlotte any day in the ring.
She's got nuclear heat, though.
She really does.
Her heat is almost Hogan heat right now.
It's almost Hogan heat right now.
Between the fuck you, Tessa.
But she's a racist chant.
Yeah, she's a racist chant. In Texas, yet to boot.
Yeah, and she got the chant in Texas of all places, AJ says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of the finish,
because she's married to a guy from Mexico.
Yeah, but what'd you think of the finish, though? Whoops.
I liked that they went from the DDT into the buckle right into the finish, that flying lung blower gimmick that Tessa does. Here's my issue.
Okay.
Is that Tessa was exposing turnbuckles right in front of the referee.
Yes.
That bothered me.
Me too.
I mean, she's a Blanchard. She knows how to be crafty and do stuff behind the referee's back.
Well, and then I wondered if the wrong one...
Because she tried 2 of them.
Yeah. Garland, Texas, San Jose, or Austin would be one thing, but that's outside Dallas, so that's even more wild. I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong.
But yeah.
Now, I'll be honest. I actually had Corny on while I was watching this, so I wasn't listening to the crowd noise, so I was able to kind of focus on the actual in ring.
No, the wrestling was fine.
It was great.
It was the crowd, though.
It was the atmosphere.
Oh my gosh. They did not like Tessa. They didn't want nothing to do with Tessa. And yeah, I think that's the first time I'd ever heard she's a racist chant. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah, even Hogan didn't get that.
Yeah. But now, granted, it was in the middle, like later on during the match, because it was a lot of the F.U. Tessa and all that stuff. So, but then of course Jordan lost, but Tessa won.
Well, like I said, she's on her way out of the company, so she did the honors on her way out.
She did. And everybody was pretty well, okay, bye, have fun, see you later.
Right, well, literally see you later, because they got to deal with WWE now, so
yeah,
they can run a lot of this stuff back if they want to.
They really can.
I am glad that this match happened, because this was a match that I wanted back when Tessa was there the first time. Tessa and Jordan.
As long as they're both willing to work with each other. Like I said,
Yeah,
I'm
and
glad
they were.
Jordan.
It looks like they did.
I'm glad Jordan put aside what she thought.
Hey, Jordan's a pro.
She is a pro. I mean, come on, she fought Lander. You got to be a pro.
We'll talk about Lander tomorrow.
I still can't think about that. Nah. Okay. Anyway, next was Santana and Alexander in an I Quit match.
I really like this match.
It was so good. The
So-
zip ties. The zip ties.
The zip ties, yeah. So, my takeaway at the end of this one, apparently Alexander's done too.
Yep, his contract's up.
I know his wife just finished up, so
Yeah, they said, I think they're going to state something about that this Thursday, because they're live on Access this Thursday,
yeah, they're doing a live show this week.
which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, except I don't have Access TV. But
I don't know if I do or not. I'm going to have to go look.
you may, if you got Sling, I think.
I have
think it's on
Sling,
there.
so I may. But we'll see.
We're all coming to the bitch barn to watch him back.
All right. No, we're not sitting in the bitch barn. Not if it's negative 24 outside like it was today. Screw that.
Oh,
We
my
didn't
goodness.
watch it in the living room.
I was bundled up like the kid on the Christmas Story this morning.
I have 4 layers on right now. What are you talking about? And one of them has sheepskin. Has
So you're
sheep's
toasty.
wool. I'm trying to be toasty.
That sounds like the kind of garment that if you had that sitting inside out on your couch, your dog would like curl up in it.
She's so mad. She was in it yesterday, and she was so mad when I took it away. And I thanked her for keeping it warm. She was so mad at me. But anyway, let's move on. Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll go over like a lead balloon. Yeah.
I believe, was it?
No, Santana though. Well, Santana kept telling the ref to get out of his face, which was great. And man, I thought he was really going to do that curb stomp at the end. I really did. I was hoping he wasn't. But man, with those stairs being in there, oh, I was nervous.
Yeah. Good match. I'm usually not a big fan of I Quit matches, but that one was all right.
That was pretty. I liked that one, especially all the where Alexander was trying to do all the like mat work at the beginning.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. But that's me though. I like grappling wrestling. So
yes, you're a catch as catch can gal.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So was House of Fun match after Santana and Alexander?
Yeah,
Jordan and Rosemary.
Yeah.
So what did you think of
Try
this?
that again. That was Masha and.
What did I say?
You said Jordan.
Sorry. Again, brain is pudding. The cold weather does nothing for my brain.
Well, I thought it was interesting. Cora Jade came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, during that match, I was just like, just stop. I did our. Well, at first I thought, because I thought they were going to, because they had those 2 matches back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And when Santana brought out what I thought at first was a bag, and it turned out it was I forget what they call it, with the 2 cue balls in it. That he beat that he beat the shit out of Alexander with.
I think those were baseballs, not cue balls.
Oh, I thought they told us that cue balls. Okay. Anyway.
Well,
regardless.
Ortiz used baseballs. I don't know what Santana does. Maybe Santana's just meaner. He put
I mean, cue balls would be a lot meaner, but yeah, once the thumbtacks came out, I was done. I couldn't get through that one anymore. And I think what it is that I know Masha is so much better than that. Like, that's my opinion. And I think Rosemary is too. I think they're both better than that match.
Well, and you know whose fault that match is. It's Raven's fault.
I know. But
Raven's your guy.
Raven doing it is totally different than Masha and Rosemary doing it. I'm just saying. But you know how I feel about that.
I could be a total dick and say, "Oh, so you think women can't do what men can do?" But I'm not going to do that.
It's not so much that, but it's just more believable.
Too much hat on a hat, basically.
Right. Too much hat on a hat. Because then you got to think, okay, so what's everybody else going to do to top that? Sorry, I will listen to too much corny. Too much.
Now the girls are doing it.
Right? But I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Like you say, though, with wrestling anymore, everybody has their own flavor. That's just not my flavor. I don't like it. So, especially when thumbtacks come out. I've pulled thumbtacks out too many people's backs. I don't like it. But
how about skewers?
It is what it is. Oh. That's even worse.
I'm going to say one thing real quick about the Hammerstein show, because the New York Commission is real strict about blood.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to do a lot of the stuff, and nobody bled in that whole show.
See?
And they had a cage match with no blood. They had, but
okay, now you're pushing it.
I know, but still,
cage match needs blood.
Atticus Cogar always has like skewers in his pockets and all that, and he was able to pull them out, got the pop, but they never got used. Like every time he'd go for it, he'd get thwarted. Like Megan would stop it.
See, there's always a way to do it. It doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be. But okay, what was the next match?
I think it was the main event, wasn't it? Was it
Joe
and Dolph?
Nope.
What am I forgetting?
Hardy's and Rascals.
Oh, Hardy's and the Rascals. I kind of skimmed over this one.
Okay, but Fraxium was there.
Fraxium was there. I know you like that Nathan Frazier.
I do like that Nathan Frazier. And they showed up and I was like, yes. This is going to be fun.
Got a title. I think they're defending the NXT belts against the Rascals on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting. I wonder if we'll get a Wesley appearance.
Yeah, I wondered that too. But they already did that once. Will they go back and do it again? We already had.
That's true. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Hardy's won.
Steve Wentz was MSK.
Zachary Wentz.
Or Zachary Wentz. What'd I say?
Wentz.
Who the hell is Steve Wentz? I don't know who Steve is. Anyway, yeah, Zach though and Wes were MSK, or MKS.
MSK.
I'm getting all turned around now.
You were right the first time.
MSK. There we go.
But apparently, the Hardys had the biggest pop of the entire night on their entrance, which is to be expected because
Yeah, I mean.
I do wish Matt would have kept his shirt on.
Please.
He needs to delete the flab. Which I know I'm not really one to talk, but
we can move on to the next match because that's about all there was on the team match.
All right, so next up is the main event.
Yes.
Joe Hendry and Nick Nemeth.
Ryan getting kicked out at the beginning. Ooh, did you?
But then he had a ticket though. He showed up and got a front row seat.
Did you hear Mark Henry?
No.
Oh, you don't listen to that, huh? When Santana had the 4 people out there?
No.
Santana had like Mark Henry, he had LaGreca.
Dreamer was there. Yeah.
And
they were doing the pre-show.
Who was the girl? There was a girl out there. I can't remember what her name was. But Santana was like asking everybody who they thought was going to win this match before it got started. And the girl couldn't make a decision. She kept going back and forth on why each of them should win. Sound like anybody you know?
Was that Gia Miller?
Maybe.
I think that's Ace's girlfriend. Yeah, I think that's Ace's girlfriend.
Okay. Then Mark was like, it's Joe. Joe's going to win. And then Ryan comes out and he starts, my big brother this, my big brother that. He's like, he doesn't need his busted open crew to back him up because Mark Henry, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh boy. oh boy, where's the salmon suit? Where's the salmon suit? We need a salmon suit right about now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But anyway, they all go to the back or whatever. Then Nick and Joe come out. I was like, all right, let's do this, boys. I'm ready to watch this.
Yeah, very good match.
Yes, it was a very good match.
I liked the little detail of Ryan coming back out with a ticket so he could sit in the front row.
But JBL took care of that now, didn't he?
Sure did. Punch him right in the face. That wasn't even a clothesline. That was just a punch in the face.
That was
clothesline Kazarian.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for when, I don't know when they're going to have Kazarian cash that trophy in to get a title shot. Hopefully not till after the Expo if they get Henry for the Expo.
No kidding. I really want that.
I was kind of bummed that Dolph lost because he was going to have the belt.
For our own personal reasons, we were bummed that he lost. We didn't really care that he lost. We wanted the belt at the Expo. We do like Joe, so it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Say his name. I believe in Joe Hendry. Sorry. But as you were saying,
is that why we're getting dinged because we played the snippet of the Joe Hendry song?
Maybe that's it. I mean, it is.
We should tweet Joe. Hey, Joe, give me a break on this. We're putting you over, and we're getting dinged.
We're getting dinged all the time. Help us out. Okay, so that was pretty much everything from Genesis. Damn good show, top to bottom.
Very good show.
It was a good show.
Yes.
Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of Masha and Rosemary, but again, I knew what to expect, but it's not my cup of tea.
Right. You are not a deathmatch gal, as they say.
Nope. Not for me.
I want to stick with TNA for a second, Minderz, because we got to talk about this news that dropped over the weekend. The multi-year partnership between WWE and TNA now. I guess primarily NXT, but because we saw Cora, we saw Fraser and Axiom at the show. Masha was at NXT Tuesday in the front row. I mean, Joe's been a semi-regular there.
Yeah.
Over a couple months. I like that they're doing this. I think this is going to be a good thing for everybody.
I think so too. I think Julia will be at the Rumble match.
I think there's going to be a handful of NXT girls in the Rumble. Are there going to be TNA girls in the Rumble?
I think so. And here's the thing. The NXT girls, going back to, I'm going to go to what Roxy said last week on when she did her promo. That's one of the strongest women divisions. I think.
I say the strongest. I think it's the best women's division in wrestling right now.
I mean, it's damn good. Although,
I remember when everybody was worried when like Charlotte and Becky and Sasha and Asuka and all them left, and they were worried that it was going to kill the women's division. You
know what, though? Here's the thing. People are going to grow and evolve. I mean, change is going to happen. Yeah. They just had they have good enough trainers there. Probably. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's at least 10 NXT TNA girls in the Royal Rumble.
Maybe 5 of each, or maybe three TNA, 7 NXT.
Yeah.
There's options there. I mean, if I had to pick, I mean, you got to go with the main core of the Roxy, Cora, Zaria, Julia, Stephanie, maybe Fallon Henley. You know, she's got that North American belt.
Maybe Kalani. I mean, there's options.
There are definitely options. TNA, I mean,
Masha,
yeah. I mean, Rosemary's done NXT stuff. Maybe they bring back Ashley, Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Ash by Elegance, because she said that she left the door was still open for her because she
parted on good terms. She parted on real good terms. And maybe what she needed was just change of scenery, because I just felt like she kept getting lost.
I think she's doing her best work of her career right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the gimmick is ridiculous, but she's making it work.
I will say, watching NXT last week, that women's tag match.
Tell us what you really feel.
I used to have high hopes for Lash Legend and
Jackson,
but it's kind of the AEW Jade problem.
Is it?
Where I felt like Alba and Moon, or Isla and Isla and
Alba Fire Alba.
Yeah, there you go. I felt like they were just. There were a couple times that I'm like, all right, jump, go, come on.
The timing wasn't there.
The timing was not there, and I just wasn't happy with that match. Not at all. I'm not a fan.
That's why they're developmental. They can hopefully improve on that.
Let's hope.
And I'm willing to bet that the problem was not Isla and Alba.
Oh, I'll put money on it.
I mean, Lash has got something.
She has something, but I just don't know.
I could see her in the Rumble. You know, she's a big gal. She could throw some people around.
I don't know. There's something about it. It's not clicking for me yet. And, it may have nothing. It has. Maybe it's just she needs to work on her timing more. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is.
So I have a couple thoughts on this. Number one, with this partnership, Jordan Grace had said that she predicted an Ultimate X match at WrestleMania in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder.
Shauna,
okay. We already said that. We
already said that. Yeah, we think Stephanie will be.
What are the chances we get a TNA title match at WrestleMania?
I think very good.
Give Joe a title defense.
Well, are we going to get it at WrestleMania, or are we going to get it at
TakeOver?
That's what I wondered, if we'll get it at TakeOver.
I would love to see him and I don't want to say it's a big FU to Tony Khan because he botched his TNA partnership so badly, but just give Joe that big crowd experience with the title. I mean, outside of like maybe a Tokyo Dome show, I don't think the TNA title's ever been defended in front of a really huge crowd like a WrestleMania or even a SummerSlam.
Right.
But I wouldn't hate seeing it, even if it's two TNA, if it's like Joe Hendry against Nemeth in a rematch.
Right.
Or maybe they put Hendry against Oba. Like, not title versus title, but maybe Joe gets a title shot against Oba on that weekend. Joba. Maybe they team up. Joba.
Joba.
Get Oba to sing? Come on.
Dude, he's just now getting to where he can talk, let alone sing. Hey, I told you today when I watched it, I said he's getting better.
He's getting better with the promos. He is.
He's getting better with his promos.
Because for a while he was good with the one-liners, like the sound bites, but now it's getting a little more substance.
Sean, no.
I don't think so. I don't think they're there yet. Bari, because Joe Hendry called out Cena on Busted Open. So what if we got Cena wins the Rumble and challenges Joe?
That'd be fun.
I mean, talk about putting the company over.
Right.
I mean, Cena's won the WWE title 16 times. Why not go for something different?
Well, and this is the thing this is what gets me, though. D'Amore's doing NXT now, right?
Yes, he is.
So what good did TNA really do firing him?
I don't know.
I
really don't know. Unless that was the plan.
Maybe that was the plan, but maybe they should have done that differently, because now I feel like there's a lot of hatred.
Well,
I don't know.
I think PCO took it badly.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, Alexander just apparently left. I know he was tight with Demore. Maybe is there any chance we get the North into NXT?
Would you quit it?
Am I teasing you with a good time again, Minderz?
Yes, you are. And wouldn't it be crazy? Somebody was to leave AEW and join the North? Because wasn't there one more person in the North? Or am I thinking of something else?
Who are you thinking of?
Maxwell?
Freeman?
MJF.
You're thinking the Dynasty.
Dynasty, that's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Holiday and Hammerstone.
Okay, yeah, my bad. I got confused.
I'll tell you, if only Hammerstone was healthy, put him in the Rumble.
Oh. Love it. Love it.
So, another thing I'm thinking about with this is potential matchups here. Like, and not just, I'm talking TNA and NXT, not necessarily main roster WWE, but
right.
I know we've spitballed the idea of Jonathan Gresham against Charlie Dempsey.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I
you
said
pitched
Lexus King.
Lexus King, yeah.
Pete Dunne. I mean, I know you said don't go main roster, but that's a grappler.
Well, Pete kind of goes back and forth every now and then. I'm going to throw. Let's try. I'm going to throw names at you from TNA. I want you to say, just top of your head, who you want to see from NXT take them on.
Okay.
Steve Macklin.
D'Angelo.
Ooh, interesting. I could have swore you were going to say Oba.
Nope.
For everyone.
Nope. No.
Ooh, Boris Gresham versus Gable.
I like that idea too.
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah.
Yes.
I like that idea.
All right. Nemeth.
See, the thing with him,
he might be able to go main roster.
Yeah. Well, Nemeth was main roster.
But he was also an NXT champion.
Yeah.
All right, we'll skip Nemeth.
You know what? How about, I wouldn't mind seeing him go against Lexus King, honestly.
That could be interesting.
That's a matchup we haven't seen.
Yeah.
And right, I think Lexus will learn a lot. Brian Pillman Jr. will learn a lot from Nemeth. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to throw one out. I think I know who you're going to say. Moose.
Oba.
There you go.
Nemeth, Rollins, or Trick. Yeah, I could see that.
I could see Moose and Trick.
Yeah.
Let me think here. Eddie Edwards. Actually, I'll take that. The System. Edwards and Myers. Tag team.
You know, Edwards and Myers. You know what? And this might actually throw you off. I wouldn't mind seeing them go with OTM.
Interesting. Okay.
I wouldn't mind it. And just because I was actually really impressed with what OTM did. Ooh, Moose and Drew. Stop it, Bari.
Or Sheamus.
Sheamus would be good too. Sheamus. I was really impressed with OTM during that tag team match on NXT last week. I was real impressed with them, and I feel like they're coming along a lot faster than I thought they would. So I like them. Did you happen to notice that Andre Chase was in the background of one of those videos, one of the vignettes they did? He's just like sulking in the back. Yeah. I was like, dude.
Did you notice that Karrion Kross was in the background when Rollins was warming up for his match last night?
Sure did.
Ooh, Bari picks Alexander and Dempsey.
If Alexander sticks around.
If Alexander sticks around, yeah. But
yeah.
I still want to see Alexander and Paige either one-on-one or putting the North back together again.
Yeah.
All right. Women's side.
Okay.
I was trying to think of a good one. Tasha Steelz.
Okay, which one is she again?
She's the little Puerto Rican gal that feuded with Mickey before. Real Spitfire. No pun intended.
Real Spitfire, no pun intended. You know what? Then let's throw her. Let's put her against Lola or Jada Parker.
I like the Jada idea.
Yeah. If they're a little Spitfire, I feel like both Lola and Jada are both real Spitfires.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they're working hard. They're working so hard.
They are. Rosemary.
It's toss-up. I wouldn't mind her seeing her go against Julia. Wouldn't mind seeing her go against Stephanie.
Yeah.
And there's a part of me that kind of wants to see her go against Daria. Maybe not my best ones, but...
No. Ace Austin.
Ooh. Trick.
You think so? You think Trick?
Yeah. Trick or Wesley.
I feel like we got that in TNA though.
You forget I didn't watch TNA.
This is true. No, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm thinking, what about Ace and Javion Evans?
Ooh, well, yeah. Once his jaw's not wired shut.
Once he's able to eat solid food again.
Yeah, he started bleeding from the jaw again. So,
man.
Yep. Yeah, AJ wants Oba and Moose.
I think everybody wants Oba and Moose.
Yeah.
Eric Young.
EY. He's probably done this, but I almost want to see him with Sean Spears.
Ooh, interesting.
Or what about Briggs?
Interesting.
I know he's in a tag. He's in a tag now, right? No, the other one's in a tag. Yeah, I want to see
Spears.
Huh?
Yeah, Briggs Jensen's with Spears now.
Okay.
But yeah, Briggs is on his own.
One of them's with some Japanese guy. Because they attacked OTM last week.
Sean.
They attacked OTM last week. Before the match.
Why can't I remember who that was?
Because I'd never seen the one guy before. I'm not 100% sure. I was going to look it up, but...
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's a pretty solid list so far. I'm very curious to see where they go with this.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, possibly. He's asking, could Josh Alexander join WWE? I would not be surprised in the least.
It's Briggs. Okay.
Okay. Like I said, if he comes back, I want to see him back with Paige. Put the North back together again. Then go with main roster, take on DIY.
Yeah.
Or the Machine Guns.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
That did happen, but I want to see it again.
I want to see it again. Mr. Selfish. Hey, we need to talk Raw. And I didn't get a chance to watch SmackDown. What I missed other than Bayley not winning the title?
I actually missed SmackDown. I wasn't home.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So let's skip SmackDown. Raw. Let's go Raw. And I missed the beginning of Raw that I need to go back and watch, apparently.
Yeah, Nia basically pancaked Rhea in the back.
Yeah, I caught that part.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't catch the whole whatever happened with Kofi and Ray and.
Here's what bothers me. They're trying to establish New Day as heels, right? Like
right. They're already heels, but okay.
I mean, like they're really trying to establish them, like make them strong, right?
Okay.
Why are they having Kofi lose with a roll up to Mysterio?
To send the crowd home happy?
That's the problem. WWE is very much a babyface territory, but
right.
There's something to be said though for Kofi to get a dominant win on Ray.
Yeah.
Penta and Dunn I thought was awesome.
That was really good.
Yeah. I'm just
now again though, Did Penta look like a star because of Dunn?
I know that's what a lot of people said, that Gable made Penta that first night. I mean, if you do long enough, then eventually you're gonna have to look for common denominators. Yeah.
AJ.
Yeah, this is what Sam was talking about earlier. It said Chris Bay is no longer paralyzed.
Good.
Expect to make a full recovery.
Good.
That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that.
Me too.
I like that, Chris Bay.
Let's see. Yeah, I had the jury's still out with me with Penta. And the problem is that I'm expecting the Lucha Underground Penta that I fell in love with.
Not usually the armbar spot as a setup.
No, well, he used it as a setup at Lucha, but people
they're not making
come
it
out
seem.
with
They're not making it
broken
seem
arms.
as big as it was in Lucha Underground.
Right. If you got caught in that on Lucha, you were coming out with a broken arm and you weren't on the show for a couple weeks.
Right.
So that's what I'm irritated with. I love that spot. I want it to be more.
His wrestling is 10 times better.
It is. And I
WWE
love
than
the
it was
fact
in
that he
AEW.
slowed down.
Yeah.
I love that he slowed down.
I know.
But man, that Penta driver last night,
That was pretty.
That looked brutal.
Yeah. I know a big part of it is that he's finally being produced, like in his matches and all that.
Yeah.
But I wonder if he's getting. I know he's a veteran. He's been doing this for a while.
Right.
But he's got a Rey Mysterio, and he's got an Andrade in that locker room to bounce ideas off of, or to get kind of the lay of the land for how things work in WWE.
And he had Ray at Lucha though too.
True.
Because Ray was there.
And he had Santos.
But yeah, I mean, I like the, but it was
Carlito.
also,
I think wasn't Carlito in Lucha Underground?
AJ.
I don't remember
if
you saying Carlito was there.
I don't think Carlito was. I could be wrong.
But yeah, I want to see more of Penta. I want to see who they put him up with in this next match.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if it's more of the same. Because then at that point, you got to look common denominator, and it's Penta. Maybe it's actually him showing like.
Well, because I think a lot when he fought Gable, I think a lot of it was he had a bunch of nerves for first match, nerves for the show.
So. And there's a point that Corny made that he's not used to the ropes. He's used to cables.
Right. He's used to cables.
Like when he did that sit down into the leg drop thing, that I think that was because it was ropes and he wasn't used to that.
Yeah.
I do think it's funny that Corny called him out. It's like he used a headlock with the wrong arm. He's like, no, that's how they do it in Lucha.
Mm-hmm.
and Gable knew how to work on the wrong side, which I think was the thing.
Thank goodness, because I don't think all of them would.
No, I think outside of Mysterio and Escobar and all your luchadors, obviously.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe as Gable was prepared, maybe he went to Ray. It's like, hey, I want to learn how to work lucha style.
Mm-hmm.
And now apparently he's going to this lucha master that Dom gave him this business card. But
Which I'm curious who it is.
Is it La Parca?
I wonder.
Conan?
I'm not.
Conan. But no, I am definitely enjoying what I'm seeing so far out of Penta, and I want to see more.
I just want them to make him a star before his brother gets there.
I told you last week, I don't have any problem with them not putting them together at all.
I don't either.
Let them both do their own thing. Put them on separate shows for all I care.
Yeah, exactly. Put one on SmackDown, one on...
Put Ray on SmackDown. It's more of the fast-paced show.
Yeah. But
who knows? Maybe he'll run with Santos and
Santos. Anyway, let's see.
Although Lucha Brothers against Humberto and Garza is very tantalizing to me as a tag match.
Yeah. Lots of flippy shit in that one.
But I gotta stop teasing people with a good time. So we got Gunther and Jay face to face before main event. We gotta make picks on main event too for the matches.
Oh, I missed that. What'd I miss?
Not much. Just
okay.
Back and forth promo wound up.
Basically, what it was when Jay was going after the Intercontinental?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Let's see. Sammy cut a promo with Owens.
I caught that.
Like Owens might be trying to manipulate Sammy a little bit there.
You know what, though?
I can
We
see
never
it.
did get my watch along.
I'm sorry. We need to do that.
Never did have my birthday watch along.
We'll figure it out. It'll be a belated birthday watch along, but we will make that happen.
Very belated. But yeah, no, I kind of love it. I'm not going to lie. I love the fact that Kevin Owens is calling on his quote unquote best friend, which I know they actually are, but I kind of like it.
And they never had a split from the tag team. They just kind of Owens went to SmackDown. That's all that happened. There wasn't a breakup or of bad feelings or anything.
Yeah. And Sammy's the one that he's not really upset with about the whole Roman thing. And
right.
I don't know. I kind of like this. I like where this is going.
I kind of want that Kevin Was Right t-shirt, though, that he had on SmackDown.
Right?
That or the Canadian Dream son of a system security specialist or whatever it said. Instead of son of a plumber.
Instead of son of a plumber, yeah. Let's see. That was really good. I did like that a lot. CM Punk cracked me up.
Oh, the Hogan shot?
Killing Hulkamania. Although there was a few things he said when he said that Sammy's just not on his level. Here's the thing. If it's a Royal Rumble match, it doesn't matter if they're on your level or not.
Nope.
It really doesn't. And in my opinion, Sammy, he's caught in that tweener. Like, he's more than a mid-card, but he's not main event yet.
He's upper mid-card.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a tweener.
I kind of feel like he needs to go with Kevin because he's kind of plateaued on Raw because he had the IC title run and everything.
Sheamus and Breaker.
That's Saturday.
I know. We got to talk about that.
Yeah.
And then the main event, was Seth and Drew?
It was the rematch from WrestleMania. I enjoyed it, except for the finish.
Yeah.
Again, they're having Drew lose too much.
Yeah.
Which I know wins and losses technically don't matter, but they're not.
I mean, I'm gonna throw it out there.
And he got his heat back after the match, which helped. But
yeah, he acted heelish there. Who? CM Punk? CM Punk is heel.
CM Punk's a natural heel.
He's a natural heel. And why? Because he said he's going to kill Hulkamania? I think LA kind of killed Hulkamania last week. But
here's the thing. Punk doesn't say or do anything different than what he does when he's a heel.
Nope.
It's like much like Steve Austin. He's just getting cheers.
Exactly.
He'd have to punt Larry to get
right. And he's not going to punt Larry.
No.
There's no way he's going to punt. I mean, come on. He took on the Young Bucks by himself and nobody hated him.
Yeah. That's the
None
reason
of us
why I don't
did
have
anyway.
an issue with Kenny, because Kenny tried to get Larry out of harm's way.
Exactly.
How did we get onto AEW? Moving on.
CM Punk, yeah, he can act heelish, but again, I think the crowd did not want Hogan there.
Let him.
Yeah.
It's like how the crowd won't let MJF stay a heel because they laugh at his jokes.
Because they love what he says. Well, they're not lying. I think that's what a big part of it is. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. We kind of talked about Bayley and Nia earlier.
It's a good match. Real good match.
Good match. Good pull apart with Rhea.
Yep.
A little too even, though. I thought Rhea should have maybe gotten her ass kicked a little bit more.
You think?
Well, she got beat up in the back before the show. She should have been selling that a little bit more.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But she did have, she almost had 2.5 hours to.
That's true. But no, we are getting that match at main event.
When's Judgment Day splitting up? Or when are they kicking Finn out? Maybe I should ask.
I don't know. That's a good question. I know they're doing the rematch next week with JD and Dom against War Raiders.
Because they're teasing it.
They're teasing it. They're teasing a lot of things in Judgment Day. They got the Liv Dom stuff. They got the Finn stuff. Although I'm enjoying the dynamic between Carlito and Raquel.
Yeah. Are we going to get a Raquel and Carlito together? That'd be great.
That'd be something, wouldn't it? That's about all the real high spots I can think of out of Raw.
I thought all of Raw was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
The only thing I'm already sick of is Lyra's run. That's the only thing I'm already
She didn't do anything.
No. She didn't. That's the thing. And I'm kind of sick of Damage Control.
Yeah, I think that's kind of run its course a little bit.
And I'm really irritated with the fact that Pure
Fusion Collective.
There you go.
They're kind of getting lost in the sauce a little bit.
They are, and I don't like it. Because Zoe Stark is a lot better than that.
Yes, so Shayna for that matter.
Yeah.
All right.
Liv and Dom break apart from each other. Eventually. And Liv doesn't have the title, Sean.
No.
Rhea has the title.
What did Sean say? I'm not looking at the feed.
Sean said they should not have had Liv drop the title. Yeah, they should have.
I think it was time.
It was time.
Before, like last year, I was saying it should have been Mania, but that Netflix show was the right time to.
It was.
Blow that off and move on.
But nobody was really thinking Netflix was going to be as big as it was.
True.
Because they went almost like full WrestleMania on that.
Just about, yeah. It was a big fight show.
It was.
Yeah.
So I think it was fine.
Yeah. All right, let's run down some of these matches for main event Minderz, make some picks here, because this show is on Saturday at San Antonio. World Championship, Gunther versus Jey Uso.
Are you seriously asking me that one?
Just humor me.
Gunther.
Me too.
We're going to agree, because I'm not going to
agree on a few of these.
We are.
Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax.
Really?
Again, humor me.
Mommy.
I think
actually,
Rhea
Rhea by DQ.
DQ, either double DQ or Nia gets DQ'd.
Yeah. Yep.
I could see them doing that to build up, and maybe. Well, Nia's already declared for the Royal Rumble, but I could see them pulling her out and put her in a match with Rhea on the Rumble.
I don't think so. I think they'll leave her. Alone. I wouldn't be surprised.
They gotta have her in the Rumble just to throw people around.
Exactly.
And to be the big elimination.
Yeah.
She's in that Big Show spot on the women's side.
She is.
And that's not a knock on her size or anything. It's just
no.
It is what it is. Braun Breaker versus Sheamus Intercontinental Championship.
This one kills me. You know what? I'm going to go with Sheamus.
Damn it, I was going to say Sheamus, but I can't agree with you again. That's
yes, you can. You can. Because
I think it's if it's not now, when's it going to be with Sheamus?
Well, and they might not pull the trigger on it yet. They might not, but it's going to happen eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
So they could pull the trigger on it now. Because really, Sheamus only really needs to hold it till WrestleMania. Mania.
Yeah, they could drop it to somebody else.
He could drop it back to Breaker. I mean,
I kind of want to see Breaker get Gunther at Mania.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I know, but I want that eventually.
I still want. Oh, we didn't talk about the other. We didn't talk about the other big news. That Ilya is working out in the Performance Center now.
We're going to be getting Ilya back soon. Can't wait.
I'm excited.
I love that guy.
I do too.
Yes. All right. Next up, Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. It's got to be Jacob.
I was going to say
they got to build him up.
Yeah, I agree. And Braun is one that, if he gets a win on Braun, that's more legit than somebody else.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to make a hot take, Minderz.
yes.
I think John Cena takes the belt off Gunther, and I think it's at WrestleMania.
Okay. I hate that idea.
Me too, but I mean, I won't be surprised to see Cena win the Royal Rumble.
I don't think he's going to win the Royal Rumble.
I don't want him to.
I
but
honestly
can
think
see it happening.
I think it's going to be Elimination Chamber.
Okay, so
I think Randy's coming back at Royal Rumble.
Will they add another match? Because I can think of one.
What can you think of? What is your idea, Sean?
If they're going to add another match, it's going to be on Friday.
Yep. So it's got to be SmackDown. All right, what else do we got?
But that's the last one. So that's all the matches they've got so far.
How many is that?
5 or 6.
Braun and Sheamus, or Breaker and Sheamus.
Yeah, Braun, Sheamus, Jacob Strowman, Rhea Nia, Gunther J. 4?
4? They could add one more.
They could.
I almost wonder if Chelsea won't have a match against somebody.
Well, she was on the last one though. It seems like they're going like the same people aren't on consecutive episodes. Maybe
we have the Cody Kevin signage.
Contract signing. That'll
nothing can go wrong there.
Michin and B-Fab versus Chelsea and Piper.
No.
Well, like I said, I don't think they'll have Chelsea on 2 main events in a row. I think they'll save her. I'm thinking maybe would they give Tiffany a title match also?
They might.
Be 2 women's title matches on one show, but I mean, I wouldn't hate it depending on who the opponent is.
I'd say who would the opponent be though?
I mean, she's already beat Bayley. Maybe maybe not Tiffany. Maybe give
because actually, if you count the Kevin Owens and Cody thing, which
that's
nothing can go wrong there. But that's 5.
Right.
So I think that's going to be the show.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the show.
Yeah. Real quick aside here, Minderz, before we get to our last order of business. Apparently, Chris Daniels is officially retired from in-ring after the match with Adam Page over the weekend. And I'm not a big fan of AEW's version of Texas Death Matches, which you know why, because they're not actually Texas Death Matches.
Right.
But I will say I'm always been a big fan of Chris Daniels' wrestling, going back to TNA and all that stuff. So
did you watch the match yet?
I've seen highlights. I haven't seen the show yet.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's Adam Page in a hardcore match. It's going to be stupid.
Stupid. Yep.
Sean wants to know who's going to be Chelsea's next challenger. I know you say Piper.
Well, no, I don't think it's going to be her next one.
Right.
I think there's going to be a little bit between that happening. I think Piper is going to be the one to take it off of Chelsea.
I mean, would she keep going with Michin, do you think?
How many times can you run that though? And
that's true. That's been done a lot. Who else is there on the SmackDown roster that they could use?
Well, or who could they bring up?
Oh, that's true. Somebody from TNA, maybe?
Could be.
You never know. I mean,
what about Ash? Well, no, that'd be 2 heels.
Could be 2 heels.
Isn't Zaya on TNA still, or is she not on TNA anymore?
Who?
Brookside.
Yeah, she's there.
So why not her?
That could work.
Give her a chance.
I'd be okay with it.
I like that girl.
Maybe that's how they bring Jordan up.
There you go. That could work too.
Oh, then she could throw Piper around a little bit.
But I don't want him to bury Jordan right away, though, either.
It's kind of what they were saying about Roxanne. If she's going to go to the main roster, they got to make sure they got something for her.
Right. She doesn't need to be going up without a plan.
Right now, it seems like they may have a plan for Roxy, though, with this stuff with Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Which is encouraging.
But then again, don't forget I'm sure Charlotte's going to be back soon.
Yeah, but I won't be surprised if she goes to Raw.
True.
Her and Becky both. Becky will go where Seth goes.
So that's Raw.
Yeah. And on the other hand, maybe Charlotte will go where Andrade goes, which is SmackDown.
True. Which...
And then you get Charlotte and Tiffany.
Ooh. That's not terrible.
No, I don't hate it. Actually, I've heard that I've heard that's being tossed around for Mania.
Okay. But does Charlotte do the job is the question.
That is a very good question because
I don't think Charlotte should come back and not have a title. Although maybe she doesn't need a title.
Maybe she takes the belt off Chelsea.
Well, Stephanie dethroned Fallon. Not yet.
Not yet. No.
That one's gonna be a slow.
I like Fallon's run right now. I want to see her keep going.
Mm-hmm. She's got the backup. I like the backup.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Minderz, are you ready for our last order of business today?
Yes, please, because we're almost at 2.5 hours.
Yes. All right. Well, it is that third Tuesday of the month, and you know what that means. And again, I've kind of I tinkered with the open on this one also. So.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
You had to have Hogan first, didn't you?
Well, it was the first one on the list. But...
Yeah.
All right, so it is time for our Pro Wrestling Illustrated flashback, and this one we're going to the mid-90s, Minderz, and it's...
Sean, we don't know, and we've moved on. Whoops.
If you don't get trigger happy with those comments, Minderz.
All right, let's do PWI.
All right, so we are talking the May 1996 issue. Press time for covering January of 1996.
So almost 20 years. No, wait, almost 30 years ago.
29 years ago.
29 years ago. As you're doing technical stuff.
I am. Hang on. Let's see if I got the right issue.
Wait, what all do we have this time?
We got a lot of it, Minderz. We got the most popular, we got the most hated, we got the tag teams, we got the. So
is ECW in this at all now?
ECW,
or no?
ECW is on this.
Woohoo!
Here's the cover.
Ah,
unnatural.
They've gone too far. Wow. So they're saying, wait, the world owes me an apology, says Ric Flair.
All right.
Ooh, there's a full color centerfold of Public Enemy.
Hey, there you go. How your votes may kill Tommy Dreamer and Raven.
Oh, okay.
Then
is Jeff Jarrett assembling wrestling's next super stable?
No. He was not.
Oh, Dan Severn.
Dan Severn. There you go.
What did I say? Did I say Dan?
You said Dan.
Okay. For some reason, I thought I said Dean.
All right. So there's your cover. And let's start where we always do with the top 10. And here we go. Bret Hart, number 1. No big surprise there.
No.
Macho Man, number 2. He's champion at press time for WCW.
Okay.
Undertaker, 3.
Okay.
Goldust, 4. Pretty high up for Intercontinental Champion, who's also a heel.
Yeah.
Hogan, 5.
And this one, he was in WCW, right?
And he was still a babyface. He wasn't Hollywood yet.
Gotcha.
Let's see, Michaels, number 6. This is right when he came back from the concussions before the Rumble.
Oh, I cried so much.
When he went timber.
Yes. Oh, I cried so much.
Ric Flair, number 7. Kind of low for Flair.
That is kind of low.
Also kind of low for Diesel, number 8.
Yeah.
This is right after he dropped the belt to Brett. And then Lex Luger, number 9. And Sting, number 10. So that whole
Pretty
bottom
much our
half is pretty
childhood.
low. What?
Pretty much our childhood.
Pretty much.
Or at least our teenage years.
Yeah, early teens for me.
Yep.
All right, so that's our top 10. Here, let's go to our tag teams. This is always one of my favorites.
Oh, Lord.
All right,
Oh,
so
Lord.
Smoking Guns are number 1.
Okay.
Even though you don't care for half of them.
I don't care for half of them. Actually, I like the Smoking Guns.
Yeah.
I liked him then.
With the mullets and the mustaches.
Yeah.
Sting and Luger, number 2. This is when they were WCW tag champs.
Look at them fine specimen up next.
Oh, Harlem Heat. There you go.
Loved Harlem Heat.
Yeah. The Body Donnas, Skip and Zip, number 4.
Oh, those poor socks.
The aforementioned Public Enemy, number 5.
Ugh, okay.
This is when they were in WCW, not ECW. But
yeah.
The American Males, number 6.
Okay.
PG-13, number 7.
Good God.
The only tag team that made me ever have to bleep anything on one of our shows. Rock and Roll Express, number 8.
Yeah.
The Gangstas, number 9. I see
Very
no
nice.
crossbows in that picture.
Nope, no crossbows.
And then Doug Gilbert and Tommy Rich were number 10.
Tommy!
Wildfire!
Wildfire!
Somebody say something about Wildfire! So, I don't do a very good Tommy Rich impression, but I thought about playing music in the background on this. Would be like
No.
All right, I just wanted to throw it out there. Most popular is the next one. Shawn Michaels, number 1.
Okay. All
right. Sting, number 2. Sting was always top 5.
I mean, he was always up there. Yeah.
Razor Ramon, number 3. Then Brett, number 4. Macho, 5. Hogan, 6. He's bottom half on the popular scale there.
Well, he'd be really bottom half now.
But he'd be really mad if he was behind Ahmed Johnson, but he beat him by one spot.
One whole spot.
Mm-hmm. A whole spot.
A whole spot. Yeah.
Undertaker's number 8.
I mean, that seems about right. No, that seems about right for 96.
Okay, he was always one of their top baby faces, but yeah. Razor and Brett and Shawn were definitely I think above them at that point. Johnny B. Bad, number 9.
Jeez.
And then Diesel's number 10. Because Diesel was kind of a tweener at this point.
Yeah.
Because he turned on Brett at Survivor Series and he was beating up everybody.
Right.
He didn't go full heel till he whacked Shawn with the chair in the garden right before WrestleMania. Right. And when we have most popular, we have, of course, most hated. Goldust, number 1.
Damn.
The times they were a-changing in 1996, and a lot of
they
people
were
never heard this song
a-changing.
before. Yeah, he weirded a lot of people out in early 1996.
I mean, it was different.
It was very different. Very different.
Very different.
Vader, number 2. This is around the time that
not for all of us.
This is about the time that he took out Gorilla. So
yeah.
The Giant, number 3. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, number 4.
He's always been one of the top most hated, so that doesn't surprise me.
Brian Pillman, number 5. This is when he was with the Horsemen, right before the I Respect You Booker Man angle.
Okay.
123 Kid, number 6. It's when he was with the $1 Million Corporation.
That explains it. Okay.
Yeah. Ric Flair, number 7. Because, Flair, of course.
Flair, yeah.
Jerry Lawler, number 8.
Wasn't this around the Kiss My Foot match?
After. This is when he was running with Isaac Yankem. Sorry,
Okay.
Isaac Yankem.
Yeah, his personal dentist.
Yes, from Decatur.
Mm-hmm.
British Bulldog number 9. Then Taz is number 10.
Taz.
I gotta say, I'm a little surprised no Owen Hart on this list.
Yeah?
I'm surprised no Owen on anything so far. But anyway. Because Owen and Yoko could have easily made the tag team list.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
All right. Next up here, the WWF list.
Okay.
There we go. Bret Hart's your world champion. Then our top 10, Goldust, Intercontinental Champion, so number 1 contender naturally. Undertaker, Diesel, Razor, and Michaels. Pretty solid top 5 there.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the bottom, you got Jeff Jarrett, Ahmed Johnson, British Bulldog, Triple H. Look at that nose. And,
wait, that was when he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
This is when he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. But then 1, 2, 3 kids. So all 5 Click members are in the top 10 here.
Yeah, they are. That's crazy.
And if you look diagonally, it's probably the how they were arranged in the van when they traveled.
Probably.
Because Hunter probably drove.
Well, Hunter always drove because he was the sober one.
Right. Well, him and Nash both. Like Nash wasn't like on all the hard stuff, so he and Nash probably rode like shotgun. And
the other 3 were in the back, sharing.
Yeah.
Sharing their recreational goodies.
Yes. Oh, those pesky recreational goodies, Minderz.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's look at WCW here. Macho Man is the world champion at the time here. Number 1, one-man gang, Minderz.
We get to see him in April.
So excited. But he was the U.S. champion at this point. So, again, number 1 contender. Ric Flair, number 2. Hogan, 3. Sting, 4. Luger, 5.
I mean, that's
pretty cut and dry for that period.
Yeah, for that period.
Yeah. Bottom half here, Johnny B. Bad.
I can't wrap my head around Johnny B. Bad. I know that's what he was, but I just keep seeing Mark Marrow.
Yeah. The Giants, number 7.
Yep.
Let's see, Pillman, 8. Double A, 9. Okay, Arn Anderson. Then Diamond Dallas Page is 10.
Was this about the time Diamond was just getting in the business?
No, he'd been in the business for a while, but this is when he was like finally getting up to like title status, like TNA.
Okay.
He was the TV champion.
That's what I was thinking. Title. Yeah.
But I mean, the top 10 is a who's who of WCW history, really.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, 11 if you count Savage, but yeah, that's when I think WCW was at its strongest pre-NWO.
Right. And it still wasn't that strong pre-NWO, but
no, they weren't drawing shit, but they had the horses though.
They did.
Yeah. All right, let's go ECW, Minderz.
Ooh, let's. Oh
there
God.
Sandman.
All right.
Best I could do. Let's see, number 1 contender, TV champion, Too Cold Scorpio.
Sweet.
Tommy Dreamer 2.
Yep.
Raven 3.
Yay.
Sabu number 4.
Yikes.
Taz 5.
Yes.
Mikey Whipwreck number 6.
You poor bastard.
Hey, former world champion at that point, Minderz.
Yeah, I know.
Pinned Steve Austin on pay-per-view. Well, on November to Remember, it wasn't pay-per-view yet. Rey Mysterio Jr. number 7. Look at that little fella.
He's so cute.
Dancing Stevie Richards number 8.
Oh God.
Or as Joey Styles called him, the Clueless Putz.
The Clueless Putz.
911 number 9.
Okay.
His son was on the GCW show. Big Vin. He was in the Rumble.
Oh, nice.
Big guy, does choke slams. He learned tip off the old block. And then the Extreme Shaw, Hack Myers, number 10.
I know most of these guys. I didn't know all of them. I know most of them.
You didn't know Hack Myers, did you?
No.
Didn't think so.
Or 911.
You didn't know 911? Oh,
No.
you ought to look him up on YouTube. He was basically, all he would do was come out and chokeslam people. He
Okay.
chokeslammed Fonzie once.
That bastard. Fonzie's our buddy. What the
Fonzie
hell?
is our buddy, but he was the State Athletic Commission referee, and he was
Ah,
gumming up the works in ECW. So,
gotcha.
all right. Then the last one I've got, Minderz, the USWA out of Memphis, and their champion at the time was Jeff Jarrett. I couldn't find a picture of him with their belt, so I just have an Intercontinental title belt there. Number one contender, Tommy Rich. Then,
Okay. Wildfire.
Yes. Brian Christopher, number 2.
Okay.
His daddy, number 3.
I was going to say his dad, number 3.
Coco Ware, number 4. I know he said Coco Beware when Barry met him at the expo, but in Memphis he was Coco Ware.
Yeah.
Tex Slazenger, the future Phineas Godwin, number 5.
Okay. I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah. Tracy Smothers, number 6. Hello, Tracy.
Aw, Tracy.
Do you ever notice Punk has co-opted Tracy's catchphrase on his promos now?
No.
When Punk opens up with "Isn't it good to be alive?" and
That's
such
right.
and such, that was Tracy's thing.
That is.
And Punk loved Tracy.
Gotcha.
Doug Gilbert, number 7. Was he?
Okay.
Was that a lead pipe in his hand?
I think so. It actually looks like a lead pipe.
Yeah, unlike the one that Riho has.
Right.
Jesse James Armstrong, number 8.
I wondered if I thought that was who that was.
Yep, that was the Road Dogg. Let me look here and make sure I pronounce his name right. Because this is the one guy I didn't recognize from the picture.
Okay.
It was Moondog Cujo.
Moondog Cujo. All right.
All right. And then number 10, Spellbinder Minderz, who we're going to see at the expo.
I was just sitting here going through. I was like, I met him at the expo. I met him at the expo. I'm going to meet him at the expo.
Spellbinder, who became Fantasio on the one day he worked for Vince McMahon before he set Gorilla on
One
fire.
day.
The Gorilla position, not Gorilla Monsoon. He didn't set Gorilla Monsoon on fire.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, he did not make a good first impression by setting things on fire. On accident.
I have a friend I used to watch wrestling with, and he's gone back and is watching WWC? Maybe? I don't know. He went back and watched really old wrestling, and he's like, I forgot how big Gorilla actually was and how much of a badass he. I was like, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
If it's Gorilla, was it WWF?
Probably. I don't know. His finger probably slipped. Who knows?
Sounds uncomfortable.
I know, doesn't it? That sounds really bad. We were just texting the other day, and because I had actually ran into his brother that I used to watch wrestling with at the 01 show. So I sent him a message, and I said, why are you not here? And then we got to talking about it, and he said he'd been watching old Gorilla Monsoon. It's like, nice.
You got to go back and watch when he put Muhammad Ali in an airplane spin.
Oh, Lord. Good Lord.
All right. I'm curious about something because I haven't checked this yet today.
Oh.
We still have our listeners in Russia and Switzerland.
Very nice.
So Guten Tag to Switzerland. And I should say hello because I don't want to offend anybody. And hello to our Russian listeners. And hopefully you stay with us and enjoy it.
Yes.
Just for comparison's sake, our Extreme Effing Review podcast, Minderz, you want to hear all the countries we got?
Yeah.
All right. United States, obviously.
Obviously.
Australia.
Sweet.
Canada.
Okay.
Japan.
Nice.
Ukraine.
Really?
You'd think they'd have more important things to do than listen to us.
Right?
But I'm glad that we're providing at least some sort of distraction for people. And then Germany is the last one.
Nice.
So we're a global phenomenon, Minderz.
Germany. I wonder if we would know who that is that's listening.
Maybe. We know some people that went over there.
We do.
All right. Well, Minderz, much like last night's Monday Night Raw, we're coming up on 2.5 hours. So what do you say we get out of here?
Yeah, let's get. I'm hungry.
Yes. Tomorrow, Independent Wrestling Shootout, we'll be talking about Professional Wrestling Glory show this Saturday. We'll talk about last Saturday's 01. Guest pending. We're not sure who it's going to be yet. But
I have results for Signal 10.
yes. So we'll break down all the independent stuff. We might talk a little bit more about the GTW show. And then the Extreme F1 Review podcast on Friday morning at 9 a.m. It will drop on Spotify and Audible. I believe this is going to be the one where with the rematch, Minderz, Tanaka, and Awesome.
Thought we did that last week.
Well, we recorded it last week.
Oh,
yeah. I can tell you. Hang on. Give me a second.
Sorry. It is. I know it is. It is.
Yes. The New Year's Eve 99 episode.
Yes.
So we got that to look forward to. So next week, we'll be back. We'll be doing our Rumble picks. We'll talk about main event. We'll talk about all kinds of stuff that we tend to do. So until then, for Minderz, this is Reb. Mind y'all, life is hard, work stiff. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.